Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Cookie Monster of ProForgeRacing, bringing you my number 2 spot in my Halo 3 Sandbox Double Wide Racetrack Forgers series. And this is XX ZOR XX, and this is his first map, Mirage. ZOR, most of these forgers in this series were really famous. Most of them got thousands of downloads on their map. At least 3 of them, I think 4 of them made Bungie favorites and got thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of downloads on their maps. Most of ZOR's maps, including this one, only got a few hundred downloads. And I think ZOR was the number 2 Sandbox double wide forger. I think his maps are incredible, and he's totally underestimated. He came back in Halo Reach and made maybe 10 or so racetracks, all towards the very beginning of Halo Reach in the first 6 months or so, and then kind of just stopped, I believe. But this is his second map, Twilight Twist. His first map, Mirage, wasn't the best, but that's what I love about ZOR, because his first map wasn't that great, but starting with his second map, every single map was incredible. This one's Twilight Twist, and it's so good. It's just like very smooth, and it ends really well. I loved ZOR's maps. I always, would leave comments saying that, well, the person who I said was the number 1, ZOR, and the HJ117 were the 3 best forgers, and I love them. And I really, really love ZOR's maps. And he was totally underestimated, and I don't think many people knew of him, and a lot of people would probably disagree that he's the number 2 best over, Slick and Spectac and SMM. But I really do. I think his maps were incredible, as far as, double wide maps go. This map was just incredible, Twilight Twist, but I like Nebula even better. Each map, I'm pretty sure I like better than the last. This one has some really cool, unique scenery on it that he made all by himself, and, it's just so smooth. It's incredible. I love ZOR's maps and his forging style, and the types of waves and turns that he makes are so different and unique because they're really big and spread out. And that's what I love about ZOR too, because a lot of those forgers, which is fine, they ended up forging a few maps with other people. He never did, though. He didn't forge a single map with anyone else. All of his racetracks, actually that's sort of wrong because he helped someone else with their map. But pretty much all of his maps, besides one, he made completely by himself, which is the incredible part. But he ended up sort of helping someone else with their map, but he wasn't asking for, to make a map with them. Someone else had asked him for help, you'll see. This map is called Pinnacle, and this was nominated to be one of the best general track of all time, but Mistral ended up winning Bate de Rubber's map. But this map is so cool. I remember playing this map tons and tons of times in custom games because I just liked it so much. This map starts off with a giant elevator that worked perfectly, and this map and Cape Canaveral for the longest time were pretty much the only 2 Sandbox racetracks that had elevators on them. It was pretty much just those 2, and this map worked so well. And what it is, instead of just, waves, instead of turns and spirals and hills, it's just giant waves that kind of circle around each other, and it's just a never-ending series of waves as opposed to specific turns and spirals. And then it just ends. It's similar in that sense to Clarion by HJ117. However, Clarion was more giant turns. This is more just giant circles. And he also made Pinnacle Mirror, which is the reverse version of Pinnacle. He changed the elevator and stuff, and made it reversed because the map was so incredibly smooth and well made that it worked perfectly backwards. And the elevator, you kind of have to slow down because he made it at an angle. You have to go perfectly straight into it, because if you go at an angle, it messes you up a little bit. But other than that, as you can see, the track works so well backwards as well because his maps were just so smooth. I really loved ZOR's maps. His friend Chung Wee used to video them on YouTube, but for some reason he still didn't get nearly as popular as any other forger. I think his map Mirage got 1,100 downloads, and that was the most of any map. And I really just think his maps are so good. I love his maps so much. This is his last map that he made on his own, 100%, and this map is called Aurora. And this map is so incredible. Like, if you just look at it from an overview, it's just so smooth, and the turns look good too. It's like some maps from an overview don't look that good, but they are. Like Nitro Valley by Epic Forger is an incredibly smooth map, but from an overview it doesn't look that great. It kind of looks, you know, like spread out. But this map is just so smooth. The turns are so big and perfect. I love it. There's something about ZOR's forging style that I love, and the way he organizes the pieces that he chooses to use for the map. It's just, I don't know, it's just something about his forging I loved. And then I became friends with him. I sent him a friend request in Halo Reach, and he, I got to play with him and help him out a little bit, get started, because I started forging before him in Reach, and I was like, I loved that, and that I finally got to play with people like him and SMM and HJ117 towards the end of Halo 3, because I was a total fanboy of everyone like that. So that's why whenever I get a fanboy, I'm nice to them, because I know what it's like. This map is called Deviation, and this map was made mostly by the forger Stoyben, who is more famous for his Halo Reach maps. This is the only map he made in Halo 3. The only racetrack he ever made. But it's an infamous one. It's so famous. This map is incredible. It got thousands of downloads because it is just so good. And this map is pretty much just like an incredibly smooth, double-wide map going around a Guardian Tower, which no one ever even knew was possible, let alone they tried to do. And ZOR helped him with like the last third of the map. I remember ZOR telling me about that, because I was like, I like that map Deviation. He's like, yeah, but I made like a third of that map. Like, he helped make the end of the map. That's why I threw it in here. It's mostly Stoyben. However, ZOR did help with like the ending third of the map, and I wanted to give him credit for that, because he was never credited on the Laid Back Gaming video, which got like thousands of views. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching.